everyone, and welcome to Sunday's video. It's a little bit different finding me in the kitchen on a Sunday video, but I thought I would change things up a little bit. Most of the times you find me in front of the camera just talking, not really doing anything on a Sunday. But I have so much work to do and I'm kind of lonely. Hubby's working. I thought, well, maybe you would like to join me and we can talk together as I get some work done. This week has been a really good week. I got a lot of stuff done and I've been having so much fun in the food pantry. First time in my life that I really got out and I got out in the community. And you know what? You're right. It is so rewarding. It's so rewarding to get out in the community and do something for someone else. So I'm really having a lot of fun. And I never know what I'm going to bring home. I don't bring home a lot of food anymore because I don't really need it. But we have food like bananas and things like this that we're going to be thrown away because it doesn't stay fresh long enough. So I'm dehydrating the bananas today. What are we going to talk about? Well, I think we're going to talk about different topics and different subjects. This has been quite a week, and I don't get into politics on my channel. I don't allow it whatsoever because my channel is a place where you can come to and escape all of the stuff that's in the world. But I want to tell you a little bit of a story, and I really don't get involved with anything very much. I can't stand anybody conflicting. I can't stand conflict and anger and all of that, and I can't stand the drama of it all. But you know, one day this week it really got to my nerves, all of it. And while I know you're all going to comment me, and that's great, I want you to comment me, but please keep in mind I'm not going to allow anybody to talk about anything that has to do with certain politics or has anything to do with people, their names and our president and things like that. I'm just not into that. And I realized that it just caused a lot of stress. It caused a lot of anxiety just hearing about it and stressing over things. And I was starting to get a panic attack. Now, this is really strange for me because I haven't had one for so long. And I didn't even think it was bothering me that much. But I realized all the bombardment of all of the turmoil that the world is going through. It's the pandemic, and then it's all of this other junk that's happening. And, you know, it's just really something that in this day and age, I think it's really important that we maybe sometimes just take a breath and just look at the bigger picture of life and realize that this is the world we live in. I can't see it really changing anytime soon. You know, we have set the bar, and this is where we're at. And so now what we have to do is we got to figure out what's good for ourselves, and we have to figure out how can we have sanity in an insane world. Seriously, I just think that's what it is. It's like such a upside down, topsy-turvy and this and that, and I think to myself, you know, will it ever end? And I'm sure a lot of you are thinking that as well. So I just thought this week I was just going to take a step back and turn off everything that's going on out there. You know, it's a fine line between being aware of what's going on, but then having it affect you. And it's really hard not to be affected by the world that we're living in. It is really hard not to bring it in that front door. And you know, somebody said one time, you know, we can choose what comes in this front door. We can't choose what's outside my door. I can't choose that. I can't choose what the neighbors are doing. I can't choose what the world is doing. But I can control what comes in my front door to a certain extent. We can't control everything. Now I know our houses have other people that live in it. But that is a good saying, and I think it's at the point where for everybody we need to just decide if we're going to live in harmony as much as we can, and if we're going to just focus on our own issues at our lives. And while we do stay informed and we do our duty when it's called and we do what we should be doing, sometimes you just got to take a break and you just got to relax a minute and just, I don't know. You know, people ask me, well, what are your answers to everything? Tessie for president, woohoo! That's what they say, and I was like, okay, well, no more food waste. I wouldn't be very good with anything else, would I? I would be good with making sure there's no food waste. But seriously, you know, it's such a world that we live in, and we just got to try to do our best in it. And so you find me here, sitting, working on bananas. I have my oil lamp lit. I don't need the light right now for the oil lamp, but I like to have the oil lamp on. It gives me peace of mind. I know that sounds silly, but unless you tried it, you don't know what you're missing. And when I use the clean heat, it has no scent. I don't smell any kerosene because it's refined. And I have videos, lots of videos on it. And yes, the oil lamp is for ambience. It's for just, I don't know. It takes away anxiety. That's all I can tell you. Because when we focus our mind on other things, we don't have so much anxiety in our lives. And so that's how the world is spinning these days. And who knows by Sunday what will be happening in the world. It does make you realize that in life things happen. And in life we have to realize that there's only so much we can control in life. And to get stressed out no matter what. You know, my videos and my channel is for who? All people. It's no matter what. And it's no matter who watches. It's no matter what they believe. You know, they all know, you all know what I believe in. You know, you know my faith. But my channel's for everyone. And so when I say about worrying and stress, I'm not geared to just one certain group of people. It's for everyone. You know, a lot of people right now are really suffering. A lot of people still have lost income. A lot of people still are not able to work. A lot of people still have financial issues that are beyond what they can think they can work on. A lot of people ask me, well, they say, Tessie, you always talk about saving money and you always talk about this. Well, what do you do when you cut everything and you still don't have anything left? That's the dilemma that I'm faced with people. And that's a dilemma that's very hard, because a lot of retired people thought, you know, when they turned 65 and older, they thought, well, that means now they can take their much needed rest. Everybody thinks that way. Not everybody wanted to retire, but a lot of people worked hard, and now they would like to, you know, reap their benefits and relax, and they're realizing they can't live on it. They cannot live on what they have. And I see them every day, and I just feel so bad for the population that are older like this, because I can't imagine what is going through their minds right now. I can't imagine the changes that the world has taken place since they were younger. I just cannot imagine what that would be like. And I think that the world has changed so much since I was first married. I know I was married at age 17, and now I'm 50 years old. And a lot has changed. I cannot imagine what it was like growing up in the 50s and 60s, in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. I grew up in the 70s. And so a lot has changed for all of us. But what do? You know, depression is sky high right now. People are so depressed. Now we have the holidays, and people aren't supposed to go out and shop. They're supposed to be in their house. And how much of the house can you be in? I mean, how much can you take being in your house? We've all gotten used to it, haven't we? I talk about how I used to go out to eat, and I used to go and do things. And yes, the virus has a lot to do with it, but I got used to being home. So we're all used to being home more now. And even though we're used to being home more now, we do get that craving, like, to get out. And that's why I go to the thrift store. It's a small store. Not many people were ever in it. And we have to wear masks, of course. Here in Pennsylvania, we're still in lockdown. But You know, you just got to get out sometimes. Even if you get out for a drive. But, you know, everything has a price tag. Everything costs money. Everybody's hurting. And I say that all the time. Everybody's hurting in many areas of their life. Everybody is hurting in so much of their lives. And loss of loved ones. You know, as the older we get, the more loved ones we lose. And that's hard. That is really hard. The loss of my mom was very hard. But my mom suffered for so many years. So it was very bittersweet. You know, we always hoped that she would miraculously one day get better. But in reality it doesn't usually happen that way. Like I said, anxiety, you know, anxiety, it crops up on you so quickly. Like, I didn't even think about it until all of a sudden one day, my heart was racing and I got short of breath and the whole signs of having a panic attack coming on. I knew what it was. You never forget once you have them. You never forget. But then I knew what to do, and so I just quieted my spirit and my mind. And that takes some dedication. It takes a little bit of self-control in doing that. You do breathing exercises. There's just so many things on the internet that can help you out these days. When I used to get my panic attacks, I didn't have the internet. And so I suffered alone mostly. But with the internet, you have so many videos and so many different things that you can do that they tell you to do. Well, everyone, I mumbled and I jumbled and I talked a lot about things that are on my mind. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you didn't mind that I was doing something. I hope it didn't take away from the video. Just sometimes things like these, chores like these, get monotonous, but it's so much fun when you have somebody with you. You know, I'm talking to the camera, but I don't think about it being the camera. I visualize I'm talking to all of you. And so a lot of you, especially the ones that comment me on a regular basis, I know you all by name. And so I just see you guys with me. It's kind of like a make-believe, like you have a make-believe friend, you know, because I can't really see you, but I can visualize you all. And so it's nice. I like having YouTube. YouTube has been one of the biggest blessings of my life in many areas, in so many areas. It's taught me more than I could ever dream of. And it helped me to realize that there's a lot of things that go through my mind that you're thinking the same thing. And it helps me realize that I'm never, ever going to be alone. I have all of you. And no matter what happens in our lives, you know, we never know. We never know with YouTube when tomorrow will be the last day. The points of my videos are this. I always thought when I started my channel, you just never know when YouTube will be over. You know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And someday, YouTube may not be here. I will go to any platform I possibly can to share my life. So if someday you find me not here on YouTube, YouTube's gone, keep looking for me. I will be somewhere because this is my calling. But I often think about it that I hope that somewhere, somehow, something I say to you, you will take it. And you would take it for the rest of your life. And that when I'm gone from this earth, or YouTube is no longer and you can't find me in some way, that my words, my life, it makes me emotional because that's what I'm about. I like to teach. I like to show everybody my life. I like to show everybody a kind way of living. I had somebody give me a comment this week and they said, "You're a broken record. You say the same thing over and over again. Can't you say something different?" I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it over and over and over again to everybody who comes on my channel, hears it. I'm going to say it over again, and I'm going to say it with pride. And I'm going to say, remember to be kind to one another. Remember to keep peace in your heart and in your life. Remember to take control of your life, to live it to the fullest, to don't ever give up in life. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch. That's my thoughts and feelings on it. I am not embarrassed to say that I have a faith in my Lord. I'm not embarrassed to say that I make mistakes and I'm sorry. And I am surely not embarrassed to say that I love all of you and you have meant the world to me in ways I can't even humanly describe, because there's no human words to express how much you've helped me in life. There's just nothing more I can say than to share my life with all of you in a tangible way, so you can see your kindness and your friendship have meant more to me than words will ever describe. And to the person who thinks I'm a broken record, just remember, obviously your heart isn't in the right place, because if it was, you would keep your meanness to yourself. Take care, everyone. God bless you. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, because tomorrow is a brand new day. Every day is a clean slate for you to write your history on. What are you going to write on your slate tomorrow? There's a question for you to ponder as I say goodbye.